What's going on, Comic Book Nation? I'm Jim Viscardi, executive editor at Comicbook.com, and welcome back to our Comic-Con coverage from wherever we're doing it. I'm here in my home office. Brandon is in the studio with Janelle, and with me, boom, that guy right over there, creator of Deadpool, Cable, and so much more, Mr. Rob Liefeld. Rob, welcome.
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Rob, is this year weird for you? I mean, given everything else that is going on in the world, but you are a person who loves Comic-Con.
Yeah.
So how is it not being able to?
It's terrible. Let me just jump right in. So this, look, we as most people know, I think most people who are the hardcores, they come in Monday or Tuesday, you leave Sunday. It is a week. It is a week. And so my daughter, for instance, 16 years old, comes in, plops herself down on the couch about a week or so ago and says, "Dad, I can't believe we're not going to Comic-Con. I'm so depressed." And the thing is, it dawned on me, her entire life, this will be the first year, 15 straight years.
Wow.
Look, Jim, we do it big. We get a ton of rooms. We book those rooms up. Each kid gets a room. They get tons of friends. We go sometimes 25, 30 strong. And my kids love Comic-Con. I got to be honest, it revitalized my love for it probably a decade ago, seeing it through, 8, 6, and 4-year-old eyes. So it is a bummer. But you know what? Do you ever go to Hodad's and get those burgers? I'm going this week. I'm driving to San Diego, and I'm going to Hodad's. I'm at least going to have a damn burger, okay?
So I got to ask you, because you have won the ink pot, right? And so with that comes that special San Diego ticket, which I feel like is a thing that people know, but I think a lot of people don't know. Can you kind of explain what that is and what your reaction to it was?
So check this out. So the Ink Pot Award, which I wish was in reach, but it is not. It's over there, and I'd have to get up and interrupt this. But the bottom line is, it's a lifetime achievement award that you get from Comic-Con, and I got it about 10 years ago. And what I didn't understand was it would follow a few weeks later with a special letter, and literally, it's a little black, like your black Visa card to San Diego Comic-Con, and it says, "This is your card that gets unlimited guests because you are a lifetime career achievement winner with an ink pot now." So, the first year, Jim, I'm scared. As a pro, you normally can get a couple people in, right? But this time I'm going in, I'm bringing my kid and each friend, we're hitting it with 10, and I get up there, and Jim, my heart's beating, and I pull out my card, and they're like, "Oh, Mr. Liefeld, yes, how many do you need?" And I'm like, 10? 10? Oh, no problem. And you're like, it works. I have my magic fast pass, but I did ask them who's maxed it out, and they told me in no uncertain terms, the guy who has had more people and as the record, and it makes sense because he has 100 kids, is Jim Lee. No one has used the card more than Jim. I think he's in the 30s. I've never hit 30. So there you go. But okay, I want to tell you something about the Ink Pot Award. The year after I got it, 60 Minutes, yes, that 60 Minutes, did a story on Arnold Schwarzenegger, catching up with him in his life. And at one point, he is standing in front of this case with all of his trophies. Mm-hmm. And Jim, I even tweeted about it. I took a picture. I put it up like, he has the ink pot. He has the ink pot.
Arnold Schwarzenegger has an ink pot award?
They gave him an ink pot before they gave me. But, I guess it's good to be governor of California and or the star of, billion-dollar blockbusters. But so, dude, the Ink Pot Award, at that point, I was like, Arnold has an ink pot. I have an ink pot. Life is good.
You are one of the biggest movie fans I know. And, there would be, we would get trailers coming out left and right from Thursday to Sunday for some big things. And one of the things that I think we would have gotten this year was probably either a trailer or a teaser for Mortal Kombat. And I bring that up because
I know
this is a franchise that if a movie's going to be made, it's clearly going to be an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
And you've talked about Deadpool plenty of times. Do you think Deadpool had opened the door a little bit to give Mortal Kombat that green light, or how kind of that all works? Because I think you were getting darker geek stuff these days.
Well, my thoughts are that about a week ago was the 5-year anniversary of the first Deadpool trailer dropping. The reason I bring that up is because I saw all the memories. I saw it hit me. And I also remember that we brought my daughter, who was, let's see, I think she's 9 at the time.
Okay.
And we warned everybody because I had already seen in advance of the thing. But remember that trailer that was I went to the Avengers rollout and I've been to the Deadpool. They're at the very best, they're equal. The room shook both times, but Deadpool was R. Even for the trailer, you had the Stan Lee cameo. He's in a strip club. You had Deadpool shoot those guys through the head, and you saw the full splatter, the bullet, boom, boom, boom. Very violent, very sexual, very mature, very R-rated. So, and we know for a fact, because Hugh Jackman is on record as saying Deadpool opened the door for Logan. No Deadpool, no Logan. Because you know how these guys are. They all react, everybody at the studio. Oh, once Deadpool Returns came in and Logan Returns came in, you don't think that benefited the Joker? It did. 100%. You got an R-rated Joker. Is that the first R-rated Batman movie? It has to be. It is. It's the only Batman related. So do I believe that it knocked down the door for stuff like Mortal Kombat? Yes. And the reason I thought you were asking me was because Louis Tan is in Mortal Kombat.
Well, there's that too.
I thought you were asking me because of my friend. Yes, because Louis, you look just like this, right? This is photorealistic. No, Louis, who people bemoan as not getting enough of him as Shatterstar, is so excited because he is in Mortal Kombat. And I, Jim, so the answer is yes. Do I believe Deadpool knocked down the doors? But again, it's a return to our childhoods when RoboCop, Total Recall, Aliens, it was an R-rated world, but then in the it did turn PG because of our friends with the ears, Mickey Mouse. Hi, I'm Mickey. And they made the world PG for a long time. I'm ready for more R.
So, one of the other big things that I know, when you are at ComicCon, you are hitting up those merch stands.
Yes.
And it's just the Deadpool and Cable merch train just does not stop.
Nope.
What?
It never stops. Have you met him yet?
Is that something you ever thought?
He even knows my name. This is $100, Jim. This head.
Whoa. Hey,
Perfect.
Ruby, you think you can air out this place a little?
That's it.
I mean, dude,
that's something you ever
let me shut him up. Let me do you a favor. Let me shut him up. Okay, he's off. Okay, bye, Deadpool. Okay, Jim. We have hit the apex. Yes. I mean, Jim, all around me is merch I saw first at Comic-Con. And this morning, I saw new Sideshow statues. And I was wondering if Sideshow would do their rollout. Because as you know, we as veteran comic book guys, that Sideshow is the centerpiece of the floor, right?
That's right. Sure
people, is. You get all those, every angle. And generally, you're getting literally a 12-month out preview of whatever they bring. I mean, Venom Pool was there last year, and I still don't have it. So sometimes it's 14 months, but you always get to see what's coming from Gentle Giant. Sideshow is the giant palace, showcase, courtyard of the show. I mean, yeah. So no, I miss it. Jim, you're killing me. Now I'm going, why did I do this? Because I thought I could maintain this, not getting depressed over Comic-Con.
All right, but I've got to ask you because these are about to hit shelves. We saw pictures of them earlier in the year. Are you going to get an X-Men Origins Deadpool figure because Hasbro's making it?
Ordered you have no idea how many I've ordered. I cannot wait. I cannot wait to have little Rai with his 10-foot blades that somehow fit in his forearm. Yes, that is to me again. Disney is flexing a little. Hey, Fox, all those movies you could never license, boom, we flipped the switch. Switch. I mean, Jim, 2 years after Deadpool 2, you're getting a Josh Brolin Cable figure that looks like they literally went to Josh's house, molded him, shrunk him to 6 inches. You're getting Zazie Beetz. I mean, so yeah, no, the Origins Baraka Deadpool will be proudly on the shelves next to me that you can't see. The bank will go bye-bye, and the Baraka Deadpool will be added to the list. There's so much.
But here's the thing. So now that we're getting more licensed merchandise from the Fox films, and using Deadpool as an example, do you think that Disney is going to look at the sales of these figures, and even Cable and Domino in Deadpool, and is that, especially just talking about Cable, for example, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that will get their butts in gear to move forward with that stuff?
Should it? Yes. Will it? I don't know. They're stubborn, Jim. They seem like a very stubborn company. They seem like they had a plan that they don't want to adjust to. The plan didn't account for this giant acquisition. But here's what the thing is. I have listened to the fans. The fans have justifiably kind of slapped me silly. They've awakened me with smelling salts and said, dude, you talk about Deadpool all the time. Cable is a star. This is the Cable fans. Why don't you give equal love? And a couple weeks back, I'm like, I'm doing it. I'm going to give it equal love. And you guys just don't understand. I was with Josh about 4 weeks before Deadpool 2 opened. We were down at Manhattan Beach, and we were having breakfast. And then he's like, hey, can you take me to the gym? And he was telling me how he's much bigger he's going to get for 2, and his shoulders were going to get broader. And I met his trainer, and they're like, oh, you can't wait until we revisit Cable. And he had talked about the talks he had with Fox and building out the character, and he was excited what to do with him as a character. And as you know, Cable has been in over 600 comic books. He has been the face of at least 300 where he's been the lead character. He is the face of the second best-selling comic book of all time. Josh Brolin, I've joked with Josh. I go, Josh, I can't wait until you get your Lifetime Achievement Award at the Oscars. That's happening. Like, you know what's happening. I mean, the Russo brothers are doing a clinic on No Country for Old Men, where he, became like the second level of Josh Brolin because he keeps hitting these new levels. But Cable, X-Force have a life of their own. They've had a life of their own at Marvel, as you know, and Jim right here is just, I have so much merch. And why is it, Jim, that every year this year alone, because I count, we're already on our 3rd Cable action figure, and there's a 4th coming. And Cable never dies. Sideshow makes these, like, I forget how much they cost. These statues are thousands of dollars, Jim.
Yep.
And they weigh like a car.
They're
these are big pieces of merchandise. Obviously, he ran around Fortnite, right?
Yep.
And a whole new generation. You got to believe that Marvel knows what they have here because, Jim, we don't get, and with all due respect, I'm saying this, but I'm arguing it as an attorney. We don't get Ant-Man toys all year round. We don't get Doctor Strange toys all year round. We don't get, I'll even say we don't get Black Panther toys all year round. But Deadpool and Cable never leave the shelves for a reason. So do I think that they should look at the ledger? Yes. Do I think they will? Your guess is as good as mine, Jim. Hi, Kevin.
Perfect. All right, I'll ask you one more question and then let you go. Obviously, you are coming off the red hot success of your Snake Eyes book. How has that response been, and just what has it been like, just knowing that, like, boom, you've blown the doors wide open on the G.I. Joe franchise as a comic? Jim,
I am like relieved. As you know, you put comics out, and sometimes they launch and sometimes they don't. And I poured everything I could into this because I love the character. I love the franchise. And obviously when you step in and you accept the challenge, you want to succeed. So I'm just really excited. The book sold out. Second issue's on the way. I hope people strap in for the ride and rediscover all things Joe. The great thing is there's so much Joe stuff for them to buy, from IDW to old Marvel back issues. I pulled out this killer collection IDW did with the first 10 G.I. Joes. It's a hardcover and a slipcase. And so it's just exciting, man. But it is like giving birth the week your comic book comes out, because just as easily this could have gone the other way. I have, it sounds like this. I have tons of unsold comic books. Damn that guy. You don't want to hear that. You want to hear, I don't have enough and I didn't order enough for the shelves. Boom! There's a future in comics. I think I have a future in comics.
All right, I lied. I got one more quick question for you, because I'd be remiss not to talk about this. We have to talk about profit. Obviously, the deal has been made. Guggenheim is writing the script. Yeah. How is this one going to take fans by surprise?
So I am hoping, and I've been telling the studios forever because I'm reflecting what everyone watching this has told me. There has not been an Image comic book movie since 1997. Spawn was the one and done, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, let me focus that. There has not been an original 7 Image comic movie. The books that these people hold so dear. Studio 8, who is financing, making it, made the deal with Mark. And look, they knew how excited I was for Mark. There was a bunch of people, trust me, when this happens, a movie like Prophet and Studio 8 puts the feelers out, all the agencies send in their best writers. They want that job. They want their guy to land that gig. There were a bunch of people who were trying to get the job. Mark, obviously, when I heard he was in the mix, I knew he was the best. I know Mark, but I also know 7 seasons of Arrow. You don't go wrong. I mean, I was, telling my wife, that show was far from a guarantee. Mm-hmm. That was his vision. He executed it. He took it off the tarmac, and it's been in flight all these seasons. He knows comics. He knows film. People don't give that show enough for being the bedrock of the entire, Flash, whatever, League, Legends of Tomorrow, everything that came after. So I knew we were in good hands. Mark and I talked over the script. Here's the deal, man. It's got some big wow imagery. The one thing about Image Comics, we told visual stories. Mark has really paid attention to the visual components as well as the character components, because if you don't care about the guy, you don't care. But Prophet, as much as he is Captain America based, he is Rip Van Winkle. That story haunted me as a kid, and Mark understands that. When you wake up from being asleep for 80 years, your life is your reactions are going to be different, and there are multiple ways that every character can take that awakening. And the whole thing with Prophet, though, is he was not a very good guy before he went to sleep. Captain America was a Boy Scout who woke up a Boy Scout. The thing with Prophet and what Mark has done so well, John Prophet was not a good man. Mm-hmm. And when John Prophet awakens, we will see if he embraces the opportunity to become a good man this time around. And that's why Mark is so important, because he's such a great writer. And so we're really excited. And I've told people, if you make this movie, Image Comics, the original 92, they haven't had a movie, right? Yep. I mean, other than Spawn. And that one that Todd is going to make someday, we're getting it. Kickstarted. I'm ready. I got my credit card. I'm ready. But before that, we got Prophet, okay?
Rob Liefeld, thank you so much. This has been an absolute pleasure.
Bye, everybody.
For more on ComicCon 2020, keep it locked into Comicbook.com.